What's going on, guys? You know we got to get into the things. So we have to talk about Ray J and how he lost his damn mind on Thanksgiving. We got to talk about this influencer by the name of Girl LALALA and the funeral reactions. People are not happy about it. Porsha Williams is with a woman. Okay, we'll get into that. Joe Budden podcast host lost his damn mind. All that and more coming up on the weekly. What's up, guys? It's your boy Darren Green. How was your Thanksgiving? Honey, I had chicken. Okay, we kept it real intimate with my family, child. We didn't do too much, but we had a good time and all that good stuff. I do see that a lot of people were showing off their turkeys and stuff like that. I don't know why they be doing that, child, because I'm like, girl, that don't look good. Your mac and cheese look bad. It just was not good all the way around. I have not been around, I think I did a weekly app that Monday and did not do content since. Look, this is the holidays. You ain't gonna see too much of me on the holidays, child, because I'll just be doing things on the side, reworking things, or just relaxing. Okay. But let's talk about who was not relaxing and was not doing all the good things on Thanksgiving. Ray J. I don't know what's going on, but he is really going through it. Oh my God, where can we even start? Okay, so I'm gonna read this little excerpt. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts, okay? This is from, I believe, the Jasmine brand. They said things went south for the exes during a live stream earlier that morning on the 27th, where Ray J allegedly pulled a gun on a strange wife, Princess Love, and threatened to unalive a man that Princess was with. Now, Ray J went on live from his home declaring that he was having the worst Thanksgiving in the effing world, claiming that someone was trying to take his kids and that he was being threatened. Okay. Now, at one point during the stream, he appeared to grab a handgun, loading it. Okay. Then warned, if these step foot close to this door, I'm going to blow they effing shit away. Things continue to escalate when Princess Love soon coming into the frame, holding their child, their daughter, and accusing Ray of pointing a gun at them. She also called Ray an abuser, and he claimed that she was trying to drive drunk with the children. And we're going to play some of the video because, like, when I saw her, she don't seem drunk. She seemed very just distraught. But I digress. A man and woman then entered the room, and Ray J yelled, I'll shoot the got you. Okay, that's what he said, child. I'm trying to censor everything, child. He added while arguing to the man, I'll kill you. Get out of my house before I shoot you right now. I got a gun on me. Police were called to the home. TMZ reports that a suspect was taken into custody, and TMZ later confirmed that Ray J was indeed arrested. Okay, when police were called at 4 a.m. to the residence of the Porter Ranch in California for a possible domestic violence incident. As reported, Ray appeared to be loading a handgun and during the live stream this morning, threatening to unalive a man. And the estranged wife, Princess, also claimed that he pointed the firearm at her and their children. And we're going to play a little bit of what was going on here. I do have some clips, but this is...
Drive drunk. Drive drunk. Drive drunk, Princess. Go ahead. You want to take my kids? You and your drunk cousin? Because y'all drunk as and y'all alcoholics? Take my kids then. Go ahead. Who's going to drive? Tony, he's been drinking too. Why are you waking my daughter up?
You pointed a gun at us.
Why did you just wake my daughter up? Why did you just wake my daughter up?
All I wanted to do was have a good Thanksgiving.
Why did you wake my daughter up?
Right?
Because you're selfish. You're drunk.
You're a woman abuser. You're delusional.
I'm a woman. That's what drunk people say.
Why
are you waking my daughter? My son. Hey, don't touch.
So this is when the other guy comes in, child. The cousin is some type of cousin of somebody of some sort of princess's child.
Out of you. Shoot me right now. Shoot me right now. Shoot me right now. I swear. Shoot me right now. No. Right. You open the fucking here, bro. No, get the fuck out of here. You do it in my house. Like my son. Hey, don't touch. Hold on, bro. I swear to God, I'll shoot the fuck out of my house. Shoot me right now. Oh, I swear to God, bro. Right now.
And we're not gonna play too much after that, right? It's a lot of just, you can hear the kids crying in the background. Kids are very scared. This is just very dysfunctional. The fact that this was happening on Thanksgiving. So we have the sides of the stories. Okay, I think Princess later came out with her side of the story. Ray J lost his ever-loving mind. I have so many questions. Why was this streamed? You dumbass. I mean, you just incriminated yourself. All the evidence is in your stream. And looking into that, I mean, they saw you cock the gun. They saw you load the shit up. Yeah. This whole thing of everything is content got y'all going out sad. Now, I done heard he done got banned from Twitch. And I see why the Norwoods ain't fucking with him. Okay, Brandy, all them, they ain't fucking with him. You are almost damn near 50 and you're on streams like you're freaking Kai Cenat, pointing guns at your baby mother and male attendant with a cousin or whatever in front of the children. It seems like he was on some things. He was definitely using, I say more than just some liquor, honey. I think he's just on it. He's been on it for a minute. And everybody around him is just enabling the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Not Princess. Princess got up out of there. You deserve scheduled visits with your kids until they turn 18. You are not fit. You need help. You're a piece of shit because you choose to be a piece of shit and you choose not to get help. And Princess, she better get up out of there, child. She better get, girl. Because if he is okay, if he's comfortable with doing that, then he's comfortable with pulling the trigger. This man is not well at all. Oh, I would actually get a restraining order. Like, you're not even seeing the kids. You can kiss that goodbye for a couple years, and then when you get a little bit of help, you speak to Ayanla or somebody, child, and then you come and meet me halfway. I mean, just to hear, and we didn't play that part because I wasn't going to play that part. It hurt me because I was watching it before I started doing this show. The kids was crying. I know exactly how that feels to be in when your parents is acting a fucking ass and you just in the mix, in the middle, because you're just trying to exist in this moment and try to make sure nothing goes wrong. And when you are part of a crime, that's crazy. And I think any parents that put their children through that, you don't really deserve kids. And I'm just saying it just like that. Ray J, you're full of shit. Fuck you. And you everything you do will go up in flames until you do right by Whitney, because we know. Jaguar said that to you, child. You was the last person. You know what? We ain't gonna get into all that, child. Anyway, we gotta move on. I really, the kids is definitely in my thoughts because, girl, this is crazy. Anyway, so we got to talk about this influencer Girl LALALA. I don't know Girl LALALA like that, but I know she recently passed away. Now, it was previously reported that Girl LALALA, the TikTok influencer and hairstylist, was fatally shot by her boyfriend in November in the lakes. Okay. There has been a lot of controversy following her death after her father publicly expressed that he did not want to see her son, air quotes, dressed as a woman in the casket where Girl LALALA's service took place. And social media users were disappointed to see that the father got his wishes. Girl LALALA was wearing a pink suit. Okay, he was wearing a pink suit. She was wearing a pink suit, excuse me. Her hair was in a natural fro style with no nails or lashes. Some argue that this is disrespectful to her legacy, while others argue that a parent has the right to do whatever they please concerning their child. The boyfriend was arrested, of course, and charged with first-degree murder. Now, looks like the father got what he wanted. I hope it was worth it. And really echo what T.S. Madison said about the whole situation. Well, T.S. didn't really say too much, but she did say that make sure your stuff is in order, because if anything goes down and, you know, your arrangements after you're gone, people are going to do what they're going to do. Now, see, the thing is also, too, I heard that child during the burial, it was two different events, and they did put the wig on. Now this is, I don't know. This is what I saw on social media. They said that after the funeral arrangements, when they did the burial, that's when they put the wig back on and had the nails on the bottom. I don't know how true that is, but I'm like, girl, not two different events, child. That's some black ass shit. But I feel bad for this influencer. And they always say you got to pay your respect. With funerals, you got to pay your respect. But how do you pay respect to somebody that you're not even respecting who they were when they were alive? And that's why I say, child, when it's my time, child, I'm making sure I have things, my stuff is notarized, and my will is notarized and written in how exactly I want this to go down, because you ain't gonna be having me looking crazy in that damn box. It's so unfortunate. And then we got people like Akbar V talking shit, saying that this person is going to hell because of the life that they live. But my whole thing is, Akbar V, the life that you live, are you sure you going to the damn pearly gates? Broken families, alcoholic, just acting a goddamn ass all the time on social media. We have to stop throwing rocks in glass houses. This person died, and you are infantilizing this person potentially going to hell. Akbar V is a piece of shit. But anyway, I think that, yeah, what people are saying, that is that father's child, and they have a right to do that. That's how the cards work out. That's why I said, that's what T.S. Madison said. You have to get your things in order. But of course, I don't think this person anticipating being unalived by the boyfriend, child. Yes, and I'm like, and I don't know too much about this story or Girl LALALA in general, but what the hell happened, child? What man that you was dealing with? It's just crazy. And then he shot her. I feel like that lady off that Medea movie, child. And that's why I don't have a man in my life. You can't trust him. You can't trust him. Like, you can't. You cannot trust him, child. Oh, I feel bad. But to the Girl LALALA fans, she is who she is in the other life, how she wants to be. So how she is when she's laid to rest, that's not who she is. So that's all you can say, and it is what it is, child. Anyway, I want to move on. I want to talk about the Joe Budden podcast. This motherfucker lost his goddamn mind. So the Joe Budden podcast member Ish is catching heat after he said that people who check the sex offender registry in their area are acting like Karens. Okay, he doubled down by arguing folks pick and choose because they're fine with living with drug dealers next to them, but panic about sex offenders. Wow. And the internet is tearing his ass up. Okay, millions of parents online are calling his take wild, saying that there's no comparison between you selling weed and somebody that preys on children. Commenter says Ish just wants to be a contrarian, and that is this argument finally backfiring on him. Okay, well, let's look at some of the stuff that was said, child. So what were people saying? They said that people really act like Flip is the dumbest on the show. Flip is not really dumb. Like they all really have their moments, but I've always found Ish to be the most just devoid of any intellect at all. Like, at all. Yeah, I never liked him on the show. I didn't like when he started going on the show, and he was just very just loud and just obnoxiously wrong. But anyway, this person said, and by the way, yes, I'm snitching proudly. If I look at the list and some of them don't have photos or have old photos, I'm calling the deputy. I need an update. What do they look like right now? Yeah, because there's some profiles that you don't even see their face. I'm like, I need to see that. Bro dies on the weirdest hills. Ish contrarian style engagement finally backfired on him. He just likes to be that guy. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the situation. Joe needs to fire his ass. This nonsense has gone on too long. For fellow podcasters, I understand to have somebody come on, somebody that you may know, somebody that you may have collaborated with or does, content or whatever, in which this is not the case. This is one of his friends. This is one of Joe Budden's friends. But to have them on the show thinking that, oh, okay, we have good conversations when we're off the mic. Let's see what happens. And all hell breaks loose when you start taping, and then you either got to scrap the show, heavily edit the show to take out all the bad parts that you know is going to get you in trouble, and just not invite this person ever again. Joe Budden needs to fucking fire him. I understand the feeling. I've had people on the show before that just, we had good conversations, good stimulating conversations in person. We got on this damn show. It's just, damn, like, that's how you feel? We can't say that about these groups. Why? What? Nothing is going on up there. Joe needs to freaking fire him. He was the replacement of the two other co-hosts that are now on their own show, Rory and Mal, and he stayed on way past his prime, child, because it's getting too crazy. He's gonna ruin your brand. That's the thing. That's the thing that I don't see Joe. I think Joe Budden is at a point where it's just, I don't care anymore. He don't even engage on the show. It's like other people, like most of his popular clips lately has nothing to do with anything that he said. It's the people that's on the damn show. And then they had the Don't Call Me White Girl on there. And I'm like, okay, like she's giving it. She's a good replacement of I forgot the other girl name. But Ish, oh my goodness. For him to say that. And then people saying, oh, he's a contrarian. He's trying to have a different take. And this is something different just to be. But if I didn't know any better, I'm like, if I didn't know that he's a contrarian, I would think, oh, are you on the list? Did you do things in your past? Like, I would want to know this. I really want to know. It's just weird. Yeah, Joe need to leave him. Give that man his walking papers, child, because he's declassing the show. Get somebody else on there. Get some more Mark Lamont Hills on there. Okay, and I'm not saying that Joe Budden podcast was ever something that was supposed to be editorial and associated, nothing. Like, it was a happy medium. And I'll say this again, I miss when it was just Joe Budden, Rory and Mal, and then Parks. Y'all added so many people on this shit, and they say the most god-awful things, have the most god-awful takes. It's just looking bad. And Joe just be sitting there. Like, yeah, man, yeah. Well, I'm not getting engaged in this. Nigga, it's your show. And you have the least to say. Whew, girl. Anyway, let's move on, child. Let's talk about why Porsha carpet muncher, honey. She be munching carpets, honey. Well, Porsha Williams has publicly introduced her new girlfriend, Patrice, okay, via Instagram in celebrating McKinley's birthday. Now, McKinley, who is the founder of the Encore Salon Suites based in Atlanta, was featured in a carousel of affectionate photos and videos that included images of the two embracing in front of the festival holiday style backdrop, as well as the footage of them dancing together in the club. Okay, Porsha captions, "Happy birthday. Hope this year continues to bring you everything you want and more. Can't wait to act up Saturday." Now, this marks the first time Porsha has made a romantic relationship since finalizing her divorce with Simon Gobadia. Simon is like, this is against the law. This is against. Earlier in October 2025, Williams revealed that she had been talking to both men and women after her divorce, and she describes both as nice but stressed that she was being too cautious. Here are some of the pictures. I mean, oh, they went to the club. I mean, she's a cute girl. It's giving. She is definitely dibbling and dabbling. I hope this is not just a phase, because some people was calling me harsh because I was talking to some cousins and some friends before I got on here. I said, I don't believe a goddamn word Porsha is saying. Porsha is not giving us true, authentic life. Porsha is giving us formulaic and put together, concocted storylines. I think that Porsha is strictly diggly. And I think that Porsha is trying new things, throwing things to the wall, seeing what sticks. She never gave this. And maybe look, I don't know her personally. We don't know her. We don't know her feelings and stuff like that. I'm not trying to say, but just from I just find it so funny that back in the day you was like, well, we gotta help these people in sin. We gotta help the LGBT. If you're gay, you this, you that. We gotta help these people back in the. You said that back in the day. This is like literally almost like kind of before you got on Housewives on that type time. And now you a whole lesbo girl, you lesbianist? I don't believe this. Man, look. And let me tell you something. When she get tired and she want a real thing, she gonna leave that girl high and dry. And that's why these butch girls, I be saying, y'all be crying wolf when the pretty girl that done gave you some time, realizes that she really straight and this was really a phase and this was really like not something to be serious. I believe it when she get married to her. That okay, then I believe it. But because when we start thinking about people like Niecy Nash is married. You get what I'm saying? She ain't waste no time. I think that this is a lot of people say that, oh, Niecy is settling and she didn't have any good experiences with men, so she's just trying it out. Now I think Niecy might really be into this. She might be true to this. But people like Porsha, I'm like, girl, okay, we'll see. It's gonna be a cute little storyline. You'll be the first same-sex relationship on Housewives of Atlanta. That's interesting. I mean, hey, first housewife to do so. So you are breaking barriers, I guess, child. Anyway, y'all will tell me what y'all think about that. What else do we have to talk about? What do we got? We got a couple of quick topics before I get up out of here. Where are we at? Oh, we're just at 24 minutes. Chrisean Rock. Oh, I hate talking about her, but we got to talk about her. But she goes off on Blueface after he says that she slept with Offset while he was still with Cardi. Do I have his video? Yeah. This is what he said.
Essentially.
Nah, hell no. She had this thing about her where she looked like I was jealous or something. So she kind of started doing shit. My whole thing was like, once you become an artist, certain shit just is frowned upon.
Yeah.
Obviously, networking, dope. Take a picture, cool.
Right.
Get in the studio, cool. But a lot of these guys, they're not really trying to work. You know?
Right.
They're just trying to make it look like something it's not and just basically just stake your buzz. And she just kept going for it. Every nigga, she just keeps going for it.
Do you know if it was true?
I'm looking like, bitch, get the feature.
Well, I was going to say, do you know if it was true? Because there was this rumor that Offset hooked up with Chrisean Rock.
Yeah, she got fucked.
While y'all were together?
Nah, I was already engaged with somebody else. So I didn't care. But she has a thing where she likes to make it seem like I care.
Right. So she fucked Offset while he was with Cardi.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right.
Okay, so that's what he said on this podcast, child. Now this was Chrisean's response, child.
That rumor came out 2 years ago. What the fuck are you still talking about it for, bro? What are you talking about it for, bro? What are you talking for, bro? You don't make Cardi money. You don't make Offset money. What the fuck? You just doodled and scribbled all over your fucking face. You need to.
Mind you, she didn't deny. She's not denying it right now. I don't know if she is going to in the next couple seconds, but she's not denying
go
it.
to the mental hospital, yo. And you need to go to rehab to get off the K2. You really do. I'm starting to think you still on that shit. I thought you was getting off of it because you know your body weaning off whatever you was doing.
No, not your body weaning off.
Out of a grave. You already did. Nobody already not fucking with you.
Yeah, she's going on and on. She is not denying it, child. This is so interesting how this topic kind of rears its ugly head again, because that was a rumor that Chrisean was messing around with Cardi's husband at the time, Offset. Yeah, girl. Do I believe it? I don't know what happened, child. Do I think that Offset would stoop that low? And for what? It wouldn't put it past me. Offset he's gonna do Offset, child. But really, Chrisean, you ain't get a rabies check after that, child. Anyway, why I saw Jussie Smollett talking to Cam Newton, and this is the conversation.
Through it all, right? The $1 million question that anybody would want to ask. Are you still sticking with the story?
There is no story. Are they still sticking with the story? I've stuck with the truth the entire time. Now, there have been things that with me telling the truth that people will, because I remember it being where they were like, oh, he did a hoax. And I was like, I did not. And then they're like, well, he was buying cocaine. And I was like, oh, my bad. You know what I mean? That was true. That was true. Or they're like, oh, he did that. No, the fuck I did not. Or well, he was buying that. And I'm like, okay, motherfucker, I was. But that has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
So
through it all.
So I just want to separate the bullshit from the truth that they tried to put on it. The fact of the matter is that I was walking down the street and I got jumped. Didn't have anything to do with setting that shit up because I'm a grown ass man and have no reason to do no corny bullshit like that. If I was going to set up some bullshit to look for attention, I would look like a hero. I wouldn't look like a victim. If I was him, I've gone out there and I've told who I am when I did not have to. I did not have to. I've been very honest about my life and about who I am from the very beginning of my career when I didn't have to do that because there's a lot of people that don't. They don't have to do that. So it just doesn't run with the history of me. It doesn't run with who I've ever been. And that has to stand for something. People's history should mean something. I've never been a frivolous man. I've never been an attention whore. I've never been any of those things. So you cannot then pull me into this and convince me to start seeing myself through the eyes of other people.
Yeah.
Again, I've said what I've said for 7 years. I've never changed my story. Everyone else has. I would have no reason. I have nothing to.
I find it so funny too that he also, before it was when we were in it, honey, it was like, oh, these are racist white MAGA people that, and now it's why I got jumped. It's like, it could be a lot of things at play here. And it's not me trying to sit there and say, oh, well, maybe I do believe him and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. Like this story was so freaking jacked up. Like it was like, girl, what's going on? And we found out the MAGA people wasn't MAGA, and it was these 2 African brothers that said that they got paid by Jussie to I don't know, child, but I think Jussie should just stop talking about this. And I understand when you're doing interviews and stuff like that, people want to know. People want him to talk about it. This is something that's going to grab attention. That's why Cam Newton probably had him on the show. But going forward, Jussie, don't. Just tell your publicist to tell them not to talk about that, child. We ain't talking about that shit no more, child. It's 2025, honey. We over it. I know you're kind of getting acclimated back into the industry and stuff in your way. Stop talking about it, child, because because then people are just going to look back at it and just, well, hold on. Because that wasn't what was happening. It just opens the door back for people to say that you're lying and that you're attention whore and all that other stuff. Just don't talk about it, child. Just don't talk about it. One other topic that I want to get into before I get on up out of here. There's this nail tech, right, that refuses. Did I talk about everything? Yeah, there's nothing else I really want to talk about. Yeah, so this nail tech openly identifies as lesbian. I don't know why they say that. Okay, and she's going viral after revealing how she went back and forth with a female client after declining her 9-year-old son from getting a set of acrylic nails, French tip nails. The tech declares that it will never be okay in my chair. And she shared her story on TikTok. We're going to play a little bit of it.
9-year-old boy getting acrylics will never be okay in my chair. Sad to say that I just had to turn away a client because she wanted to get her 9-year-old son's nails done. And I know and I understand that in today's times, people are who they are, but a 9-year-old boy getting acrylics will never be okay in my chair. I'm so sorry. I had to have words. We went back and forth, but at the end of the day, respect is respect, and we respected each other, and she respected my space. But I'm coming on here to tell you guys this. I will no longer be doing kids' nails under the age of 16, unless you are accompanied by an adult. And I will no longer be doing, not press-ons, I'm sorry. I will be no longer doing acrylics for anyone underneath that age as well. 9 years old, a boy, Frenchies. Absolutely not. Never will happen in my case. We have to think about, guys, people are offing themselves. because of being bullied at school. If I put acrylics, because for some reason she just wasn't understanding this, if I put acrylics on your 9-year-old son's nails and he goes to school and he can't just rip those things off, it'll be a mess. If he goes and get bullied, he might come and despise me in the next couple of years, and he will never forget me. He will never forgive me because it happened at such a young age and he doesn't know anything about forgiveness. Like, it gets to a point, man. And I'm not in this chair as much as I used to be, thank God. But I do know the clients that I will and will not take. And that's something I just will not accept. And I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I understand that she was just trying to be a good parent and support her child. And I do know, because I am a lesbian, I do know that mothers, parents know how their child is going to end up, without saying too many words, before they come out and say it. This little boy isn't going around wearing wigs. He's not going around skirts and skirts. No, he still looks like a presentable little boy. He has a little sass to him, but I think any little boy or any kid that grows up in a household with just his mother or aunts would end up to be. That doesn't make him quote unquote anything. So yeah, that threw me off. That just threw me off.
Okay, yeah, I didn't expect I was going to watch the whole video, but I was just intrigued a little bit. It's 50-50. I mean, it's a lot of people in these comments saying, well, she ain't wrong, she ain't wrong, she ain't wrong. Then there's some people that saying that she's like a little phobic. I don't think so. And I know this is like weird coming from me, because the old me would have been like, you motherfucker, you're discriminating, you're doing all the things. Child, wasn't I exhausting? Anyway, I think she has a right to this. I love how she didn't make it about ideology, as to say boys don't get nails done and we don't do that here, and I'm with God, and you know, the whole God thing and the whole Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, all that rigmarole as to why. But she gave an authentic reason, saying that if I do this and this kid gets bullied, you know, one thing, they'll blame me for it. Not even just that, but I mean, this can cause a kid to commit suicide. Bullying is a real thing. And in retrospect, if you said he talked with a little bit of sass, he probably already is going to get bullied if he is in a school that condones that type of behavior from kids. But I understand where she's coming from, is because I know if I do that and then something happens to that kid, I will feel responsible because I did this service. And the fact that she said he can't just take the nails off just because he's getting bullied, it's just a whole thing. I mean, I think that her reasoning, I can respect her reasoning, even though I may not agree with her denying service just because of the situation. But I understand, like, when you reason it that way, then I can see where she's coming. As for the people in the comments that they doing that whole rigmarole, oh yeah, boys shouldn't be yeah, fuck out of here. And also, yeah, I mean, 9-year-old boy, I wouldn't like a 9-year-old girl getting acrylics and stuff like that. That's such a grown thing to do to enhance your nails like that. So I'm indifferent. But I think that sometimes we just have to listen, because a lot of people was flying off the handle like they work on her homophobic. I don't think she's homophobic. I don't think so. I may be wrong. I'll down that hill. But I just think that she looked at the bigger picture, and then her explaining it, I was like, okay, all right, I see it. The internet gonna be interneting. And that is it for this show. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back hopefully midweek. Okay, I'll be back hopefully midweek with another weekly app as the news start to populate throughout the week. Okay, see y'all later.